my childhood best friends got knocked up and got married to kind of cover up the getting knocked up. Got a baby shower, got a wedding shower, got all these gifts, all this money. Meanwhile, I didn't get knocked up. And I'm getting an education and I've paid for all my own shit. And I didn't get a shower. I didn't get a congrats, you got your bachelor's degree. Here's a fucking set of pots and pans and a KitchenAid. I had to buy all that shit myself. And that's what I get for not getting teenage pregnant. Girl, whatever. It's fine, because my consolation prize is the fact that I don't have a loser baby daddy. I don't have a baby I have to worry about in any capacity. And I'm a single adult female who can do whatever the fuck I want, whatever the fuck I want to. So I win.
This is what having your heart broken by somebody looks like. I wish that love didn't exist, but at the same time I'm kind of happy that it does, because at least you know you feel emotion, right? I mean, it would suck if you were dumb all the time. So this is it. This is what having your heart broken looks like.
I want a better thought. I want better skin. I wanna be perfect like all your reference. So pretty.
A friend caught up with someone she hadn't spoken to in years, 31. Assumed she had the husband, the engagement, the toddler on the hip. Wrong on every count. No ring, no boyfriend, no leads. Just a polished LinkedIn and a closet full of dresses she wore to other people's weddings.
A woman is a reflection of how a man treats her. Women are mirrors of how men treat us. If you, as a man, are complaining that your woman is not being very happy, she's distant, she's cold, maybe she's bitter, okay? It is because you have not fulfilled your role as a man, and therefore you're not putting her in her feminine, okay? Because naturally women lean into our feminine and we respond to how a man treats us. So if you are fulfilling your role, we will give you that energy in like times 10. If you're making us feel special, doing things to make us happy and emotionally there for us, we will feel so light, so happy. We'll want to be like the best, happiest version of ourselves because of how you treat us. If you're not fulfilling your role as a man, we end up going into our masculine. We have to show up in a masculine way that is not very natural for us. Biologically, that's not something that we like to lean into. We have to lean into it because of the fact that men cannot step up. But if you are not stepping up in your role, yes, you will see that bitter woman. You will see the cold woman. You won't see the happy lightheartedness that you want from that woman. Anytime you're complaining that your woman is not a certain way, you wish she was this way, you need to do some self-reflecting. It's truly just how women are wired, because naturally the feminine wants to feel safe, they want to feel protected, and they want to feel secure, okay? So if you're not making her feel any of those things, we are naturally just going to be bitter and unhappy. Take a look at yourself, do some self-reflecting, and know that more than likely why she's acting that way is because of you.
Girls be like, ugh, I can't find a good guy. I don't think they exist anymore. Good guys are at home. Just got back from work, scrolling on TikTok, watching Instagram reels, eating and being depressed, and asking myself why nobody wants him. It's time for both of you to comment on this video and find each other.
I literally don't ever want to hear anybody's excuse for not being there for their kids. I don't want to hear anybody talking about how tired they are when they don't show up for their kids, because let me tell you one thing. I'm fucking exhausted. And still, every day I wake up and I choose my kids. Because if it were up to me, I really don't want to be here anymore. I'm exhausted. It really should not be this hard to live, you know? I'm fine. I'm just tired. I'm tired and it's not fair. It's like not fair. I'm trying to go back to school. I'm trying to have this job, and it's like I'm only one person, you know? And I can't go to work because I don't have childcare, and I can't get childcare because I don't go to work. Yo, I never want to hear nobody complaining about shit because every day I wake up and I choose my kids. I could be like their dad. I could be like other fucking people that choose themselves and just forget everybody else. Last year, man.
Fuck it, I was on though. And I thought I found a girl of my dreams at the strip club. Fuck it, I was.
Here's the truth about why so many women are struggling to find a good man. Men don't want a 2023 type relationship. They don't want a woman who's going to leave them after the first fight. They want someone who's going to love and support them, make them dinner when they get off work, have the laundry done, and get on their knees after a long day.
Scrolling through TikTok, I always see these guys. Oh, you're passing up the good guys and you're going for the fuck boys. You women, you have us in your life and you're ignoring us. I don't know what women they're actually talking about. They're probably talking about the women that are like, you know, from a 1 to a 10 in appearance, are like a 15, and they overlook us. I'll tell you something. All through my 20s and 30s, completely rejected because I wasn't that attractive. You know what I'm saying? And then I had a glow up. And then all those guys that rejected me wanted to come back in my life. And I said no because I thought they were superficial. And now it's like, you know who comes in my life? Fuck boys. So I don't have any, like, you know, where's these guys that I'm rejecting that are high quality? I just want to know because I don't see any of them. I'm just saying.
The dating coaches call it Mr. Right Now syndrome, the years spent shrugging off perfectly decent men because they didn't quite check every box. 6'2", six-figure, six-pack. The math sounded reasonable at 24. At 34, the math is gone, and so is the inventory.
Clock is ticking. Us women feel this immense pressure to conceive before the age of 30. And it's because society loves to emphasize our biological clock, with messaging that suggests our chances of conception decline significantly after the age of 30. But there is a new reality that I want to introduce you to. A reality where you learn how to nourish and support your body correctly, providing it with the energy and nourishment it needs to maintain fertility well into your 30s and 40s. I worked with many women in their 30s and 40s who are able to conceive naturally. So I know this to be true. And of course, as women, we will eventually reach an age where conceiving becomes less feasible. That's a natural part of life. But we have so much more power and control over our fertility than we are led to believe. Incredible things start to happen when you learn to nourish your body correctly. You just have to create the right environment to unlock its potential for remarkable things.
So I'm kind of going through it today. And nobody talks about how lonely it is always being the single childless one in the room. I'm so tired of sitting in a room full of my peers and having nothing to add to the conversation as they talk about their family and their children. I can't relate to that. And I'm so tired of hearing when I get upset about being single and childless. I'm so tired of hearing, oh, well, you can do whatever you want. You have so much freedom. Or, you know, oh, well, being the fun aunt is the best. It's not. It's not. I don't have anyone to come home to at the end of the day. I don't have anyone waiting for me. I don't have anyone who thinks of me first when something happens to them. I don't get celebrated. There's no, like, equivalent to bridal showers and weddings and baby showers for single childless people. Nobody celebrates the milestones in our lives. And the worst, probably one of the worst parts, is that I feel like I'm not allowed to grieve the life that I thought I would have. Because when I try to grieve, there's not There's not an acceptable, like, there's not an acceptable way to grieve the life that I wish I had.
Why I am not stressing about my trying to conceive journey at 38 years old. For over a decade, I struggled with something called hypothalamic amenorrhea. It basically means that you just don't get a period and there's no explanation. I ended up getting my period back at 34. I'm 38 now, but looking back, I know exactly what that explanation was. You see, I was stressing my body to the max between getting my MBA, exercising a lot, not eating enough. Like, my body was pushed, and female bodies are extremely sensitive to stressors. Even if we do not think we are stressed, our body might think we're stressed. And because as women, our bodies are always kind of assessing the environment to see if it is safe to conceive life. If your body perceives a threat, it is not going to allow you to have a period, or it's going to make pregnancy very difficult, if not very challenging. So I'm not saying that pregnancy is as simple as just de-stressing, of course, but what I am saying is that I'm not going to stress about the fact that I'm older, that people are saying this or that, or my chances or percentages, because that mental and emotional stress will only make it harder for me in the long term.
I talk about the concept of running out of time, because even though I'm a firm believer that it is never too late for anything, to try something new, to learn a new skill, to start dating for the first time, there is definitely a very real fear of running out of time to be in a romantic relationship that I don't want to just gloss over with platitudes or toxic positivity. Like, I can't get over how strong the fear of choice is being taken away from you. I'll use the example of having children. I was the oldest of 10 kids, and I never particularly wanted children of my own. I felt like I did my time. I loved growing up in a big family, but I didn't want children of my own. But there is a difference between choosing not to have children because you're in a position to have that choice, and then alternatively, never having the opportunity to make that choice whilst in a relationship. So there is this huge part of me now, even though I don't particularly want kids, but just knowing that it feels like I'm running out of time to make that choice is hard. And I know it's even harder for the late bloomers out there who do actually want children. And it feels like that opportunity is just passing you by and there's nothing you can do about it. I don't really have a solution, but I feel like part of my journey on TikTok is just voicing the fears that I have. And it has been amazing to know that I'm not the only one, but I just want us all to be happy. I want us all to have and experience all that we dream of. So my heart breaks for people struggling with this, because it's just not easy, and I just want to give everybody a hug. I see you, I see your pain. I know it's not easy. That's all.
Fertility doctors have started calling it the 37 conversation. That's roughly when a woman walks in expecting a routine consult and leaves with a printout that's more brutal than any breakup. Egg quality, ovarian reserve, projected viability, laid out in a graph that doesn't care about her timeline at all.
I'm turning 32 next week, and I was just reflect, first of all, how am I 32? How did this happen? I was just 22, but I also don't feel like I'm 32. I don't think I look like I'm 32 either. So long story short, I'm turning 32 next week. But one thing I will say is, if you would have asked 22-year-old Bridget, hey, what do you think 32-year-old Bridget would be doing? What do you think she'll be doing at 32? I probably would have said, 2 kids, married. I'm so sorry to disappoint my 22-year-old self. I got engaged at 30, unengaged at 30, and now I've been single for the last 14 months. No kids, no man. And 22-year-old me would be pleasantly surprised to hear that I'm the healthiest, the happiest, and honestly, the hottest I've ever been in my entire life. So although I'm not where I expected myself to be at 32, I know I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. My career has taken off in the last year. I started a very successful social club within the last year. I have traveled to so many amazing places, have met so many amazing people. The opportunities that have just fallen into my lap over the last 14 months has been actually insane and incredible. Like, I can't even wrap my mind around it. And the reason why I'm sharing this is I know that there are other 30-something-year-old women out there who are like, I'm not where I thought I was gonna be at this age, but I'm here to share you're exactly where you're supposed to be. God, the universe, whatever you believe in, has such incredible plans for you that you don't even know of yet. Coming from someone, when my engagement was called off 14 months ago, I thought my life was over. But no, God, the universe was like, girl, we have such bigger plans for you. And I never expected to hear myself say, I'm excited to turn 32. Like, never in a million years would I expect myself to be saying that. But it's true, because I know that 32 is going to be my best year yet, because I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. And if you're in your 30s as a woman and you feel like you're not where you thought you would be, you're exactly where you're supposed to be, and that's what you need to celebrate.
I've tried to make this video like 5 times now. This is not a video that I've ever done, and I don't even know if I'll post this. I don't really know anybody on here, but I would like to get to know some of you guys, because right now I'm in a really hard time in my life as a single mom. Being a single mom is not easy, raising 2 babies. Being 22 years old, didn't get on here to, want sympathy or attention. I'm reaching out for help, even if it's just somebody to talk to, because I would love to have another mom to talk to. I don't really have friends to talk to other than my mom, and she's amazing. I can talk to my mom about anything, but everybody needs a friend. I'm not the only single mom out there. I'm not. In this economy, it is so hard being able to figure out where your next dollar or $10 or $5 is going to come from. I just had to spend the last little bit of money I had on my daughter's diapers, and now it's like everything's coming down on me. Bills, car payments due right now. I just wish it was a little bit easier for all the single moms out there. I don't even know if I'm gonna feel comfortable posting this, because I don't want people to be negative in the comments. But as I'm trying to grow on TikTok, I want y'all to know what I'm going through. I just want to be honest with people. I want them to see the real me, and not just a video of what I want them to think my life is. I'm sorry for crying. I wanted to come on here and talk to y'all about what I'm going through and a little bit about myself right now. But I'll see y'all in the next video. Y'all just keep me in prayer. Pray that the Lord will supply and provide. I know He will. He always has. I love you guys.
Then comes the wallet. Rent alone, groceries alone, car alone, vacation by herself because nobody else is going. The numbers compound brutally in your 30s because the dual income partnership everyone else has is the difference between affording a home and renting forever.
I'm 37, I'm single, I'm taking a year-long break on actively trying to date. And my biggest fear when I left the father of my child was that I'm going to be single. That was my chance. I was so scared that I was going to be single for a long time. And I remember we were walking, he was saying no, you're going to find somebody. Women always find somebody first. Well, that was when I was 31. He's almost 40 and I'm 37, and we're both still single. My point is that it is I'm realizing now how rare it is to have a really good supportive relationship. And I'm still so happy that I left. Even though I'm still single now, and my fear of being the single failure is, I guess, but I am so happy. So being single doesn't mean you're sad. I'm so happy now on my own. Am I lonely? Yes, but you don't have to be single to be lonely. You can be in a relationship and be lonely. I've been just seeing a lot of other women that are around my age or even younger or older that are single as well. And I just want to tell you that being single is not a death sentence. It is very fulfilling. And yes, of course, that we still want a relationship, but it might not happen.
It's very rare. I'm looking at the relationships I'm around, the marriages I'm around, even my parents, they don't have a good marriage. I'm not envious of a lot of relationships that I'm around. And I really do want to wait and hold out forever if it takes. I don't want to just settle for a relationship that's going to make me unwell. For example, I was dating. I did try to date. I stayed single and I healed for a while, and then I turned around 34. That's when I started dabbling in dating, and men will tear you down. They will make you feel unworthy, and that is not true. That is not the case. It is so much better to stay single and be on your own than it is to stay in a relationship that's making you mentally sick, that it's making you feel like you're not good enough. So if you are in one of those relationships, I promise being single is not scary. It is at first, but it is very fulfilling. It's very peaceful. I'm very much enjoying it. Will I put myself out there again? Sure. But I've learned so much about myself and about what I'm looking for and what I won't tolerate. And my point is, don't settle, ladies. Don't be scared of being single. It's not that bad. It's kind of nice.
I am in a happy relationship now, but before I met my girlfriend, I was single for only 5 months. I guess I was pretty lucky in that sense. But I want to talk about how lonely it is being single in your 30s when all of your friends are either married or dating someone or have kids. When I broke up with my ex, I was immediately met with a ton of support. I was so grateful to have that. I really needed it. But after about a month, everyone kind of had to go back to their own lives, and I don't fault anybody for that. I completely understand that people have families, they have parents, they have children, they have spouses, and that those relationships will always take priority over a friendship. And that can be so lonely on the other side of it when you are the lonely friend who is single, who doesn't have a relationship with their family, or you don't have any family. And this was a really hard thing for me to kind of reconcile in my brain, because I would be really upset that my good friends just didn't have time for me when I wanted them to have time for me. And I also didn't resent them for it, because I knew that of course their marriage is going to take priority over their friend, or their children are going to take priority over their friend. That makes sense. And I never was upset about it at them. I was just internally upset that I didn't have any other close friends, or that all of my friends didn't have time for me. It is such a lonely experience, and it made me think a lot about the way that we prioritize relationships as adults, and that friendships are always the least important relationship that we really think of. For me, as somebody who's not close to my family, I really prioritize my friendships as if they were my family. And I think that's part of where my disconnect came from, because I was treating my friends, as if they were my sisters, but they were just treating me as if I was their friend. I don't really have any advice or profound knowledge to bestow upon you if you also are experiencing this, but it sucks, and I feel like it's not talked about enough.
The social isolation arrives without warning. Friday nights used to be group chats and bottomless mimosas. Now her friends are doing bath time at 7, dead asleep by 10, unreachable on weekends. Solitary by demographics rather than choice.
The most isolating thing is being 34 years old and not having children. This is something that I rarely, if ever, talk to anyone about, because it hurts and it makes me feel very vulnerable, and I don't like that feeling. But if I feel alone in this, I know that there are so many other people who feel alone in it as well. I think it's so important for us as believers to share our struggles, because when we just go out in the world and look around, especially on social media, it looks like everyone else is just having this dream life. And so the enemy tells us that everyone else's life is good and that we're the only ones struggling. Since I decided that I wanted to get pregnant, I have watched people go from being single with no prospects to dating, to married, to having a baby, all within the time that I was waiting. I also have watched some other people have 3 babies within that amount of time. And I don't get on Facebook. Like I have to keep the Facebook app deleted from my phone. And the reason why is because when I open Facebook, I feel like likes to pour salt in your wound. I don't know if you guys agree with that. Like TikTok is my safe space. Facebook just likes to find the things that are going to upset you the most and then show you those things over and over and over. So literally when I get on Facebook, all I see is pregnancy announcements and baby showers and people having their babies. And don't get me wrong, I'm so happy for those people. Like that is incredible. It's such a blessing from God. But it hurts my heart and it almost makes me bitter because I think, why not me? You know, I think like, how did my life get to this? Like, how did I get to a point where instead of being able to have a normal life like everyone else, I'm battling this thing? Like, why is this my cross to bear? But those are thoughts from the enemy though. And I have to put those away every day, and I have to challenge them with scripture and God's truth. This is another of those situations that I have to surrender to God every day, because if I don't, I will pick it back up and start carrying it. I know that God has good plans for my life, and I know that He will give me children. I know that. But I am human, and knowing that doesn't stop me from sometimes spiraling and sometimes feeling bitter. But you know, the Bible says if your right hand causes you to sin, cut it off. And I don't think we're supposed to take that literally. We're not supposed to literally cut our hand off. But if Facebook is causing me to have bad feelings toward people that are sinful, feelings that I don't want to have, that aren't benefiting me or anyone else, it is helpful for me to not get on there, to just delete the app so I don't get on there and scroll and constantly be reminded of the thing that I can't have or the thing that I don't have. Satan tempted Eve in the garden and got her to eat the fruit by reminding her of the one thing that she didn't have. And he will do that same thing to us. He will remind us over and over and over of the thing that we don't have. And humans, being well-meaning, will find that one thing that really cuts you deep, and then every time they see you, that's what they want to talk about. But for someone who's struggling, sometimes they just want to seem normal. They just want to have a normal conversation and not talk about the one bad thing in their life. I know that God is going to grow flowers in this valley. I know that He has good plans for me. And even though I don't know the future, I can rest knowing that He is in control and He is working all things together for my good. And if you follow Him, He's working all things together for your good also. So whatever it is that the enemy is using to make you feel isolated, to make you feel alone, you take that thing and you surrender it to Jesus every day if you need to. Don't pick it back up. It's not yours to carry. Give it to Jesus and trust that His plan is better than anything you could ever imagine. I love you so much, and I hope you have a blessed day.
A particular flavor of confession is going viral right now. Women in their late 30s recording themselves in cars, mascara streaked, admitting they got sold a story. Lean in, career first, marriage can wait. Turns out marriage doesn't wait. Neither do ovaries, neither do men.
And I'm just sat here and I'm just like, why does nobody want me? Why am I not in a relationship? And
I just spent like an hour scrolling through my own TikTok videos, and honestly, I can't find a single reason why I'm not married yet.
I'd just like to clarify that I am single by choice.
What up, TikTok? My name is Kristen. I am 30 and I am single. And if you're anything like my mom, you probably want to know, why are you still single?
If this isn't proof that it's totally okay not to be married by 30 and to live life on a completely different timeline, I'm in the Sahara Desert with 18 incredible women about to go ride camels in the sunset. Woo!
I've been crying on and off for a little bit now, and I'm
I want to be a mom so bad. Like, I want to be pregnant so bad and grow a human, and I just want to take care of. I just want to be a mom so bad. And I just wish I could be one right now.
Women are literally biologically designed to have children. People ridicule that and mock that. They say, oh, you know, you want the women barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen. You think they're baby machines. It's like, yeah, I mean, that's what they're made to do. That's what their hormones are about. That's what their brains are about. I mean, it's going to be devastating in this century. All these women that were lied to about that are going to turn 30, 35, 40, no eggs, no husband, no family, ugly.
No eggs.
Going to be millions of them, and they're going to be miserable, and they're going to take it out on us. God help us, you know.
How I know that men are literally dogs? Because a woman will be with a man for 5, 6, 7, sometimes even 10 years, begging for this man to put a ring on it and marry her, and he goes, no, like, I'm just not ready, I'm not ready. She goes, you know what? F off, I'm giving you the ultimatum. You either marry me or we break things off. Majority of the time, men will go, you know what? We're just going to break things off then. And within 1 year, a single year, this man will be engaged.
I'm trolling and I went to happy hour, so don't take me too serious. But how come you guys never look at these situations like, oh, wow, I was the issue? How do you beg a man to marry you for 10 years? He says, no, I'm not ready. You giving him ultimatum. He says, nah, I'd rather just break up instead of marrying you. Then you see he goes to marry someone else within a year, and the first thing you think of is he is the issue. He didn't fight to keep you. He didn't even just take a risk to marry you. He said, nah, I would rather just lose this woman and go find somebody else. But yet, y'all first thought is to blame the man and say he's the dog.
The proposal panic is its own subgenre at this point. Women filming themselves giving ultimatums to boyfriends of 3, 4, 6 years. Ring by Christmas or she's gone. The boyfriend nods, ignores the deadline, and goes back to his hobbies. He's not stupid. He's calculated that her threat is theater because she has nowhere better to go.
I have been single literally all my life, okay, and I am 20 years old, but I would not have it any other way because I am looking, that's the thing, like people are like, why are you still single? Like what? I am looking for a specific relationship. A specific relationship how I want it to be, and I am okay with being single if that means I will never get it in my lifetime. I will never settle. And I have come so far. I've been single for 20 fucking years. I have come so far to the point where, like, if I would settle, it would be a joke. It would be a joke. And the thing is like, people are like, your standards are too high. You have too high standards. But the thing is, I've seen, like, what I want from a relationship within other people. Like, I've seen it. I know it exists because I exist. So that's all you fucking need, okay? But I know it exists because I've also seen it. Like, I have a specific thing I'm looking for, and I just refuse to settle. Point blank, period. Does that make me cold-hearted and heartless with men? Maybe, okay? Because I just don't fucking entertain everybody on the block. But the thing is, like, I just don't care. I have curated such a close relationship with me and myself, myself, and I, okay? It's true, though. I have such a close relationship with myself, and I have made my life to be what I've wanted it to be forever, and I give everything that I want to myself, and I have such an amazing family and amazing friends that...
Okay, let's stop it here. Let's stop it here lest we all lose our minds, right? Okay, was your head spinning? I mean, come on. First of all, holy mother of earth. She says she's been single all of her life. She's 20. She's 20. She's basically just slid out of the womb, right? She's 20 years old. She's been alive as an adult for a hot minute, and she's making this video like she's knows something, right? It's so funny. I was, when I was younger, when I was like 19, 20, I was smart enough to know I didn't know shit about dating. And I was very open about that. I was like, I don't know how to do this. Like, these young girls are so brainwashed. The reason I pulled this video for you is because I want you to see how young the brainwashing happens. This is a 20-year-old child, right? She looks like a child. She sounds like a child mimicking feminist adult talking points, and it's deeply sad. She says she's been single all of her life. She even says at one point, I've been single for 20 years. Like 17 of those, you were a minor, love. I've been single. I was single at 4. I was single at 8. Honey, come now, love. Okay. Yes, you've been single as an adult for like 2 years. So this is what the brainwashing looks like, right? She's already got all the talking points. 20-year-old girl, okay? She's already got all the talking points. I'm okay with being single forever. forever. You know what? I'm not going to settle. If it means I have to settle, I will be alone forever. She's got that talking point down, right? Check. She says, I've seen everything I want in a relationship. It's just not there for me right now, and I'm okay with passing all the men by. She's got that talking point she got from some miserable, 45-year-old woman that never found a husband, never had children, now trying to justify all the stuff. Instead of giving good advice to young people, she's given crap advice. And now this young girl is echoing this nonsense, right? She's saying, oh, yeah, I have curated a very special relationship with myself. Honey, you're 20 years old. You don't even know you yet. Where did you get that talking point from? Let me guess. An older feminist who said, I have discovered a relationship with myself and I don't need a man. And now you were like, yeah, it sounds so cool. I'm an empowered woman too, even though I'm, 11. Let me say that. All the BS. So I would like you, first of all, see the BS, right? It's sad to me. This is a young girl who is at the very start of her adult life, who could be prioritizing the right things and instead has chosen to swallow all this feminist crap that's going to lead her nowhere. I would like to, if this young girl follows all these talking points that she said, oh yeah, I'm okay being single and guys are this and that. And this is BS. I've seen it and I've curated a relationship with myself. I don't need a man. If she follows all that, let's follow this girl and let's check back in at like 38. Oh, I don't know what I did wrong. Something went wrong along the way. I'm alone. You see like her cat walking in the background or like multiple cats. She's the cat lady now.
Time is the one asset no woman ever gets back. The men in their 30s walked into this decade with savings, careers, and standards built up over 12 careful years. The women who spent that same window swiping show up now asking why the inventory looks so thin. Inventory doesn't restock. It just gets older.
Subscribe to Alpha Reloaded for more. Drop your thoughts in the comments and hit that like button on your way out. See you next time.